Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got this lovely world-class hat on that says, I love Beaver. Beaver, Utah, that is, because Kyle Perkins, who made a gift to the channel for me to do this song, also sent me this hat a while back. So every so often, I have to sport it as my way, my gratitude for sending me this hat that would get me some second takes if I was out in public. So I do not wear it out in public, but I do share it with the entire world on YouTube. Kyle, thank you for this gift and this request, my friend. I saw the title of this thing, Sometimes I Get Lucky and Forget. And it's Gene Watson. And of course, my mind immediately goes to what's the narrative of the song going to be? And I got a feeling it's going to be they broke up and he gets lucky and he forgets about her. Because I love these twists of phrases and concepts and ideas and things that happen in life. Like sometimes I get lucky and I scored. But this is sometimes I get lucky and it's the exact opposite and I can forget that I can never be with her again. Then again, it could be something entirely different. Let's see what Gene has for us. Gene is the real deal country. So KP, thank you again, my friend.
Stay out late most every night until closing time.
What a voice.
Trying to find a way to drain your memory off my mind. And even if it goes just right, I never make a bed. But sometimes I get lucky and forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can close my eyes and you're not waiting there, constantly reminding me how much you used to care. And losing you is one thing I guess I'll always regret. But sometimes I get lucky and forget.
I wonder who the backing is there.
Sweet rosé and burgundy just lead to scotch and rye. At times it hurts me so much I just hang my head and cry. No, it ain't been easy for me. I'm not over you yet.
Fresh off the breakup.
Sometimes I get lucky and forget. Sometimes I can close my eyes and you're not waiting there.
Email back.
Constantly reminding me how much you used to care. And losing you is one thing I guess I'll always regret. But sometimes I get lucky and forget. Sometimes I get lucky and forget.
You know, that tempo of the song was fascinating. It worked, even though it's a really sad song. Normally that's down tempo. But because he was out in a bar, it kind of sort of kept the intensity of what he's feeling going. And, you know, he mentioned rosé and burgundy. That leads to whiskey and rye, or scotch and rye, he said. So it's like boom, 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 drink-wise. And he's trying to get rid of her, you know, obviously fresh off the breakup, which gave me an idea for a song. Because break up and wake up rhyme. I'm sure that's been used before, but fresh off the breakup. That's what he is in this song. But he did say, I guess I'll always regret losing you. And sure, but I mean, regret takes different forms. Initially, it could be soul crushing when you realize you screwed something up, or maybe didn't screw anything up, you just weren't her cup of tea. But he'll get over it eventually, but right now, not so. Not so. I mean, it diminishes the sense of regret. I mean, there are things I did when I was 10 years old that I still feel bad about. Saying something to a classmate or throwing a rock at a shed or whatever. But, when I first, as an adult, thought back to some of the stuff I was doing as a kid, I'm like, oh God, at first I was like, ooh. And now, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, as kids do it. Paybacks are a bitch too, because I got drilled with eggs 10 years ago. My car did on Mischief Night. I'm driving down the road and pow! It's like, oh, man. All I could do was kind of smile as I drove by. I'm like, oh. I've been hit, I've been hit with a snowball or two in my car as well. And I used to do that. So now you're like, all right, that's kind of everybody. Well, a lot of kids are doing it, and you regret it, and then you get over it. Breakups kind of follow the same pattern. It's just a deeper intensity, a deeper loss, and Gene's voice is always stellar. I wouldn't even have necessarily known that this was Gene to begin with. Kyle, I don't know if you had that same experience too, but for me, it was, he sounded a little different. I'm like, whoa, there is this like an unknown duet to me, but it was Gene. And then the female backing came in, and it's like, oh, are we supposed to think that she's feeling the same thing? But the narrative of the song precludes that. She's not feeling the same thing. But maybe that's just symbolic of symbolizes his desire to be with her. So they brought in a female backing. But yeah, it's a crappy feeling, when you lose somebody, and if you love them and then you're going through it and you're like, ugh, but he's out drinking. And there we have the tempo of the song. It just keeps going right on along. All right, Kyle, I'm going to rate this song. This is very different for Gene, at least based on, I don't know, the 15 or 20 that I've heard of Gene's. But the number that popped into my head was a 9.0. It was a simple narrative, but just the tempo, the intensity of the instrumentation, the uniqueness of the instrumentation as well. I mean, there was like an instrument in there that I didn't even recognize. And then obviously Gene's voice, but coupled with what was going on in the song, the narrative, just made sense. So maybe he'll get lucky enough to forget. And you realize, I'll say this too, I know when I was going through my divorce and after it, of course, at first, when the announcement is made, basically, that by one or both that the relationship's over, then you both have to deal with it. Regardless of who decides to leave, you both have to deal with that. And you are thinking about the other person. Even if you're the one who left, you're thinking about the other person. What does it mean? And then you'll have second thoughts and whatever. Should I go back? Should I give it another try? Do I really want to go this path alone again? Do I want to go back into the dating pool? All these kinds of things you've got to bring into your mind. But what happens is eventually you find, it'll dawn on you, wow, I hadn't thought about her all day. And you're like, all right, then you realize like you're healing or have healed in a bigger way. Because at first, 10 minutes don't go by when you're not thinking about the divorce, the relationship breaking up, the loss, the fear, the insecurity, what's going to happen in the future. And then one day it happens where you realize, wow, I've gone like half a day or a full day and I didn't even think about her. It's like, oh, I guess I'm mostly over it or entirely over it. And then you can look back and assess what you yourself did in the relationship that didn't work. You take that personal inventory, you take time before getting into another relationship and all these things, and then you can begin to build new memories with a new person eventually if you find one. And no, we didn't. Obviously, he's not at that stage in this song, but he has moments where he's forgotten, and those are necessary moments to help you heal. So 9.0 KP, that's what we're coming in with. So tip of my regular hat to you. All right, guys, have a great day. See you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Constantly reminding me how much you used to care.